Alright, guys, I have the watch, I have the coffee, so I'm just gonna sip a little bit and we're gonna talk about this watch. That's good coffee. So, this is IWC Aquatimer IW371928. This is a circa, these were produced around 2005. There's some 2008 models. I believe this one's 2008, but it doesn't matter. It's around 13, 12 years old or 15, depends, year old watch, and it's still relevant and looks modern today. This came out today in today's market. It would do well. Actually, I like this one more than today's Aquatimers because I think this one looks better and it's more handsome. There is a non-chronograph version of this one, and it's gorgeous. Tim also did a review of the non-chronograph version. It's 1,000 meter water resistant, and you can check that out. But this is a chronograph. I do love chronographs more, but there's a trade-off. Chronograph has 3 holes, and this is 120-meter water resistant watch. So this is just a perfect everyday daily watch for your office environment. And someone mentioned before, you will find there your Breitlings, or you go to the watch gathering, you find the Breitlings, Tudors, Omegas, and this one is a bit of exotic because not everyone will have this on your wrist. And in fact, I'm doing this video because there's not a lot of there's zero videos that someone's speaking about this watch. They're just showing it off, and this watch definitely deserves to be spoken for because this is very well done and superbly made watch. It's from IWC, and IWC is a brand that people say, I don't care, I don't really like IWC, or people really religiously love them, and the ones who don't like them really have been too much influenced by the crowd, by the herd mentality, and haven't really owned one. I would take this. Tudors, no, I would take this all over them because when I first got this watch, I told you I finally found the Tudor Pelgas replacement, and I do love that's the one of the only Tudors I really like. But those are two different watches. Tudor is a bit of a tool watch. This one is really nice, even though it has a tool watch, but it's done superbly. There are titanium versions for this one, and there's no chronograph version. Titanium version is with the yellow details. It works well. Yellow and titanium kind of toolish. Those are more heftier, and there is also a Cousteau version with the split second chronograph, which is IWC Retropante. It's base 7750 Retropante, and this one is also, it's on 750 based watch, but it's heavily modified. Not just the decoration, which are fine, but the drivetrain and gears and everything, just like on the Portugueser. And absolutely, I'm a big fan of this watch, and I'm a big fan of IWC because you can tell, you can feel the German influence, and this one is just superbly done. Take a look at the case profile, and just not just the case profile. I'm gonna show you the bracelet as well, but the brush finished surface on the profile, the lugs are going down there, down the wrist, perfectly integrating with the bracelet, and there's a ring, a polished ring below the bezel down there. So the bracelet is one of the best in the business. And someone I read somewhere on the forum back in 2008, a guy got this one and he said, I'm very impressed. I like this one more, done better than the Rolex Submariner. And I have to agree. The Submariner is a very nice watch, but from this age, compare these two, this one's done better. And it's because IWC is no compromise. Take a look at the bracelet, no tolerances, nothing here. And the system for the, someone mentioned in my previous video, there is no micro adjustment, so I guess it's not a keeper. That's never a reason to be keeper. And I say you can finally tune this bracelet because every single link is removable, and you remove links. You press this here notch in the middle of the bracelet. You need a toothpick, or you get a tool. I don't have special tools for this, but you get a toothpick, and you need two pieces of wood, and you press this here, and you just push here, and the links out. You can finally tune them all, and it's ingenious system, works great. And on the case back here, you have Aquatimer IWC standard, but overall, very impressive watch, and one that I'm I'm really happy about. The bracelet, the finish, it's so smooth and fluid. Dial, as this is a 7750, and you can see you have a chronograph here. You start it, and there's a bottom pusher down there, but it looks kind of different. So it's kind of someone put in the wrong pusher, but no, this is for the inner bezel. This watch features inner bezel, and you just turn this off and it goes. Okay, now I need to move it all the way to the back but I love the inner bezel. That means I won't scratch it, and that means that it's different and cool. And the watch works very well on the wrist. It's amazing. The indices are polished, finely polished surfaces, and I love this IWC hands just cut off. No nonsense, just cut off IWC Schaffhausen. The entire watch is brushed finished, satin finished. There are some places you can find some polished parts, and it's very blended in and fitted in, and on some, due to the AR coating on a slightly downed crystal, not too much, there's a AR coating you can see here. It can appear blue in certain lights, especially at night. And if this watch came out today, in 2020, it would be a hit. I think this is a steel sports chronograph, and steel sports watch. There's a non-chronograph version as well. Again, I like this the Aquatimer more than the normal Aquatimers that are coming out, that came out after this one, that are coming out today, because it's such a good design that it's a non-nonsense German vibe tool watch. It's like a Mercedes or like a BMW. That feels like that, and very nice watch overall. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm EDC Gunner, and see you on the next one.